the Florida Man Games Fight Night.
Okay.
Yes.
911 Fight Night, Brawl of the Badges.
Yes, and it's just getting better and better.
It is. Every time we have a meeting, it's getting better and better.
Of course, with you and your team the other day, and of course our team, and it's getting better. We honestly, I just got to thank every time I see you. I thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
Oh, I'm honored that you guys are
so
head
excited.
first in.
Yeah,
on it.
And as you know, it's coming together. You know, we may have just as many female fights as the male fights.
Okay,
which
good.
is super exciting. So we got all of our fighters in training between fire rescue and of course law enforcement. They're all coming out of St. Johns County. They're all in the profession somewhere in St. Johns County. So we're not doing the old ringer, you know, we'll pull some in from Vegas to fight.
Right.
Still working on our
Mike Tyson works for our police department? What?
He's a volunteer now. It's like Shaquille O'Neal. Remember when Shaquille O'Neal was working
for Miami or something like that? Yeah.
We're doing a charity basketball game, and Shaquille O'Neal now is a reserve for us. But anyways, so we got some celebrity judges in there. We've actually confirmed a couple, waiting on a couple, which looks like about 7 different bouts we're going to have between the PAL, I say the kids, but they're young adults. They're 15, 16 years old. They've been in our PAL program for 2 or 3 years, our boxing program, which again, that's where the boxing ring is actually being paid for.
By the way, I need to get more information on that from you. My godson wants to be in this program.
Right now, we're running it out of the Harris building, which is the old Harris Elementary School in Hastings.
Okay.
But of course, now with the governor's money that he gave us to build our infrastructure over in between West Augustine and Hastings off of Nice Road on county property, once we get that facility up and running, I mean, that's where we intend to move the boxing program to. That way we can feed, Southern St. John, all of Southern St. Johns County. So super program's going well. But so our boxing night, we're excited about it. Again, this is something that, Guns and Hoses has been going on for years in Jacksonville.
Sure.
And we're trying to do something special down here, again, piggybacking off of you. So super excited, looking forward to it. And we did move we moved our venue?
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
We appreciate you, Pete, too. But we originally had our venue outside, of course, on the Francis Field.
Right. There's a lot of toss-ups with weather, and you never know.
Our boxers were concerned, too, as well, about the ring, the canvas.
Right, we don't want to mess up the ring.
Yep. Yeah. So now we have moved it inside with, of course, the blessing of the Parks and Recreation Department. It's inside the Carolina's Gym, which if some of you are locals here, we've had events before there with wrestling and stuff like that over the years.
There have been boxing events in there, too.
And the bleachers are up in there, which is great.
Oh, cool.
So we were told, I think the other day, Pete, it holds 1,100, but Pete's got plans for a majority of those tickets. But of course, we have some tickets we're setting aside with your permission, for our boxers and their families. Nice. And of course, some people from the SJSO and the fire rescue team.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be able to put up some big screens so that everybody who's not able to make it in there.
Yeah, we're gonna make this something special, but I think it's gonna be a great day all day long. But
100%.
It's gonna be amazing.
We're hoping to announce our celebrity judges here in the very near future. We got some that are kind of
I know. Very excited by some of the names you guys threw out there.
I know too. When I was talking to Brandon James last night, of course, he's the OC for the Jello Jackets, but I'll talk to him. And when Swamp Kings came back out and kind of advertised about the Florida Gators, by the way.
Right,
I mean,
that was
Brandon
the
James
Netflix
was a
series.
Stud, man.
Yeah, man.
A stud. And we've known him. I've known him since he was a little kid. But
I loved watching. If you watch highlight reels of Brandon James from the Florida Gators, it's just spectacular to watch. There was not a returner like it. Yeah,
with the Colts, he was I'm talking. The guy's not big. He's just an athlete.
Yeah,
and with a big heart too as well. So again, they got a lot of people. There's a lot of people in town too that we'll call celebrities. But we're just going to bring back some kind of hometown feel between the Jacksonville Jaguars and maybe some boxers or whatever. So super excited to kind of put that together.
It's going to be
Vanilla
awesome.
Ice will probably be there. I think we let that out with the back hat out of the bag.
Wait, what? You just let that out? I didn't know that.
We got to confirm.
I didn't know that.
Rob, if you're listening, by the way, when I text you, you better answer. Remember, we had that agreement, brother.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so
we're going to clip that out and put it out there. So he definitely will see that.
I'll get Rob there. He can figure out.
I mean, I emailed him. He did not respond to me, so I'm just saying.
Well, you're not the sheriff.
Oh, I know.
Well, we met on not an instant, but with a neighborhood meeting per se.
Okay.
And he was in the neighborhood meeting where he lives at. So, and he's like, "Whatever you need," kind of thing. So here we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't ask for much, but I didn't think it would be a thing. But he had that concert here recently.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious, he's still a rock star.
I know.
Absolutely.
And I got to tell you, man, he brought so much energy to that. Like, he's still got it as a performer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm 52, and I would say he's 56-ish. I'm just guessing.
Right.
The dude looks great. He's drinking the fountain. He's drinking the Fountain Youth water.
That's it.
Is it really?
I recommend you don't, though.
I don't like it.
I think he's doing it.
It does taste like hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah,
Right.
Rob, you better confirm because I don't have time for you, Roddy.
Let's go.
But I will say, what a cool thing that he's embraced our community.
He really has,
I mean, he moved out here a few months back, right after that concert, and has just really, I've seen pictures of him all over the place. He's taking pictures with people. He's getting involved. He's having fun. He does seem like a real guy, genuinely nice guy.
Yeah. He helps out with a few foundations and not-for-profits too as well. So once you get around him and kind of talk to him a little bit, he's a character. And again, his heart's in the right place. And, he's not retired per se. He's still very, very involved with the community he lives in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great to have him out there.
Yeah.
Is that official?
No. No. The official thing will be when they show up, because you know how it goes. You invite 15 guests and 5 show up.
Sure.
Like, you said he was going to be here.
Yeah. So we can bill him as a special invited guest for right now.
He is on the list. Like the Ernest Wilfords, which some of you know, if you're Jaguars fans, you know Ernest Wilford. Him and I talk on a regular basis. You know, he's probably one of the best Jaguars to play the game, but him and I are very, very close. And Marcus Pollard too as well. We're all close. Brandon James. Those are all, I say they're easy. They're phenomenal people. They'll probably just show up to be a part of this. But who sits at the guest judge? At the end, it could be Kendall and my 2 sons and my football players.
You guys are celebrities enough. I'll tell you that.
Listen,
for us here in St. Johns County,
the Jackets team down from last night, they're celebrities.
Right? Yes, they are.
So, anyways,
yes, they are.
Are we going to talk about some bad stuff?
We can talk about some bad stuff. Sure.
Yeah. I know you have some questions and stuff, and the community's kind of looking for answers on this double murder. We don't get a whole lot of double murders. We don't get murders a whole lot in St. Johns County. I will tell you this, that this is an isolated incident. It's going to be solved by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. Again, we are big fans of dotting our I's, crossing our T's, and making sure, of course, in this particular thing, when you have not just two deceased people, but you got and also family going to go upside down too, as far as when you make the arrest of the suspect in this case. So again, this is a case, most of our murder cases, if not all of them, go in front of a grand jury when we get to that point, especially when it's not a smoking gun per se, and that's no pun intended on this, and then just 2 weeks after, we have a 6-year-old boy. And I wanted to put the community at ease too as well with this case, where this could honestly be a true accident, meaning not a traffic accident, but a true accident where a child's death, of course, is a result of just a true accident. So there was a lot of panic about, of course, 4 Mile coming into King Street. There's too much traffic. People are we have video surveillance footage, of course, the best we have, and we have statements from witnesses and the people that stopped and provided first aid to this little boy. Gets you emotional. Of course, it was on the body worn camera video and stuff like that. But this case will be solved per se, but not every case gets solved with an arrest. And this is one of those cases that it's probably not going to end up in an arrest of anybody besides answers to the family of how the child died. So again, and that's why that convoy the other day, the police escort for St. Augustine High through their community, it was a good day, because what it did was it brought some happiness to a community that's had sadness for almost a month. Yeah. With 2 tragic incidents back to back, and that's not normal for that area, anywhere in St. Johns County. So just good news forthcoming. And again, we're trying to give that family some privacy. It's a 6-year-old boy that everybody knew very well, with a very large family. Of course, then you got 2 other, I coached Trey at Pedro, and of course, didn't know, Cody that well. But again, these are 2 people that in the community knew because they went to school here, grew up here, of course. So again, we appreciate everybody's patience and support of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Maybe you can't answer this and you can tell me that, but I just need to ask the question.
Sure.
Is how do you leave the scene after you hit a child like that? Like, that is what really gets at my gut, because that's my neighborhood, and I love it there. Sure. And I just don't understand that part. Maybe there's another part. I
don't think that's the case in this.
Got it.
Yeah, because that was bothering me too as well. Davey, when I first got this call, of course, and I went that way to look at the scene myself the next morning out there. But our people are amazing that work in our major case unit, in our traffic homicide investigative unit. And it put me a little bit at ease knowing that, based on what the medical examiner's office said with, their forensic pathologist. And we actually met the other day, just have another staff briefing. They looked at the car again. That was, everything's accounted for per se. And then next thing you know, I think we just slowed down a little bit and put the pieces of the puzzle together, and the facts as they lay. And then I think we're going to find out this was a true accident, meaning not a traffic crash accident, an accident. So we believe, based on the current information we have now, the child was not run over. Okay. So that should put the community at ease, because everybody was uproar. Where's the vehicle at? If the child, indeed, if anybody is hit by a vehicle, and this is something that I worked when I was in traffic homicide, it's very clear if a person is struck by a vehicle. And we don't believe in this situation was actually the kid was struck by a vehicle. Just a very unique, strange, all the stars lined up for, of course, a young child to lose his life based on just the injuries. Sakes. So yeah. But this is our job, is to put closure there for family and put the area, neighborhood at ease that it's not. So that's not what you're looking at, Davey. I know that is your neighborhood. Yeah. We're not looking at a phantom vehicle that struck a child and took off. We don't have that.
Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.